Oh, but in time, God's plan will surely show. Stay for a while, stay holy light and shine. No change is only a matter of time. Only for time, yeah. Season.
Great afternoon. Great afternoon, moms, homemakers, Eden women. You're welcome to today's episode of Mom Cafe. Mom's Cafe is our weekly lunch hour hangout, powered by the Eden Homemaking Queens. This is where we gather to gist, to discuss homemaking, motherhood, marriage, and anything that has to do with family. My name is Chinyere Idoko Ezugu, and I'm your anchor for today's meeting. So I welcome us once again to this beautiful meeting. And today we are discussing a very important and interesting topic. Today's topic is very interesting. It's a very interesting one. And then you already know the topic if you're in our platform, in our Telegram platform, or in our Facebook group, or even on Instagram. This is our Telegram platform where we meet, where we discuss on daily and weekly basis. And today we are talking about living your dream life as a homemaker. Yes, as homemakers, we have dreams, we have plans, we have visions, we have things that we want to do. It is true that homemaking is a very important vocation or calling, as I always refer to it. I always refer to homemaking as a call, a ministry. It's a very important job that we are doing as moms and as homemakers. You know, as a single, you can also be a homemaker. Homemaking is not only for the married. A single can be a homemaker. And then if you check other of our videos, you will really understand the definition of who a homemaker is. In case you're watching this video, you're new, you're with us for the first time, you need to watch other videos here to see who a homemaker is. So I hope you have shared this video. I hope you have invited your friends and your sisters and relatives, wives, girlfriends, fiancés, wives to be. I hope you invited them because this conversation is an interesting conversation. So anytime you join us online, you're welcome. I welcome you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. But for the Nigerian time, this is 12:30 noon. And this is when we meet every Wednesday. So living your dream life as a homemaker is something that I've been bugging my mind to discuss with women. A lot of women think that because they have become homemakers, their life has come to a stop, or better still, to a pause. Some of us pause our lives to just do homemaking. While I like the fact that you understand the seriousness of homemaking, I'm also concerned about the fact that you're leaving something important on the table. At the same time, you know your dream is valid. Your dream is important. Your dream is also why you are here on earth, why God brought you here on earth, and it's also important. So, sister, go grab yourself a cup of something or snacks. Grab yourself something because this is going to be a long talk. Because it's an important talk. You can see I have mine here. My cup of coffee, as always. So get yourself a cup of something so we could have this all important conversation. We are not in a hurry. We have 1 hour. Break time is usually 1 hour, right? So even if you're in the office, please take that 1 hour. Let's discuss this. Though we might finish before 1 hour anyway. So, are you a full-time homemaker? Are you working at home full-time? Or are you working from home? As in you have other jobs that occupies you that you get paid from, but you're doing the work from home. Or are you working outside the home? You have another job, another paid job, but you don't do it. You don't have the privilege or the luxury of doing the work from home. You work outside the home. So that means that every day you go out of your house and you prepare and go out of your house to work, and you're still a homemaker. All right, you're doing well. Well done, Mama. Well done. Stay home full time, working at home, working from home, and working outside the home. We are all working. You're doing a great job. But who am I speaking to this afternoon? I'm speaking to the mom who is working at home. Your work is at home. You are not doing any other thing apart from homemaking. That is what you do. And I am very sure that that is not all your dreams. Yes, you're doing this work because you have come of age. You did what people that have come of age are expected to do, which is get married and have children or have a child and take care of the home. And I'm sure that that is not all there is to you. Before that marriage happened, that union happened, or before that homemaking happened, there are things that you dream of. There are things that you think about. There are things you have passion for. There are things that capture your attention. All these things are valid because it's God that put these desires in you before that marriage or before that homemaking started happening. So, dear sister, this video is actually for us this afternoon. So, even when you are in your full-time homemaking season, you can still live your dreams. You can still be driven by your dreams. You don't have to give it up because you know that anything that is not used for a while starts getting rotten. It happens with our dreams too. When you don't work on your dreams, you just think about them. Like if you're like me, who loves lying on the bed and dreaming about things and making things happen from the comfort of my bed. Please, it is time to buckle up a bit. You need to find a way to do these important things, these two important things together, so that one will not be swallowed by the other. Because most times I meet women that they will tell you they've made wonderful homes, beautiful homes. You see their children, you want to be like them. You enter their homes and you feel the warmth. You feel, wow, you know that a skilled lady is making this home. And this woman will be telling you that she have a regret. She's not happy. She's not fulfilled. She'll be suffering from depression. And that is because she might not even know what's happening to her. But when you diagnose her, you find out that it's because she feels she's not living a fulfilled life. Sister, homemaking should fulfill you, but if you have other dreams, you can do the both together and come out tops and do that well. And I think that may be the reason some ladies are working from home. They have a paid job, but the one that could let them work from the comfort of their home, so that when they get up in the morning, they do have their morning routine, sit on their table, do their work, and also go back to their afternoon and evening routine, so that they could achieve all while in the comfort of their homes. So that someone is a stay-home mom doesn't mean the person is sleeping all day. I must tell you, they work hardest because I've been there. I've experienced the both sides. I've experienced the working at home mom. I've been there. I've also experienced working from home. Okay, before working from home, I've experienced working outside the home. I've been there too, full time. And right now I'm experiencing working from home. And I will tell you that the time I work at home is the busiest time. The time I work outside the home is actually the time I relaxed most. That was the time I could have time to go out just in the office. You know, when you're in the office, you're not working full time. Grab granules, grab a drink, gist with people. It's even the easiest part of the job. I enjoyed that one more. But because of ministry, because of the call, we need to come back home a bit. And this might sound as a call to every woman, every homemaker. God is calling us back home to look at the most important while we achieve or while we also live our dreams. So that's what this video is all about. So let me start by telling you that your life must not be ordered all the time. Yes, remove that perfectionist cap that we are all wearing. That's I must be orderly. I like order, don't get me wrong. I like it when I'm very orderly. I enjoy myself when I'm orderly. But the truth is, for you to be a homemaker and achieve your dreams, you have to throw away that perfection. I don't mean throw it away totally. You have to pipe down, pipe low on the perfectionist stuff. Your life must not be very much in order. After this, we do that. No. Sometimes you juggle two things at a time. Yes. Sometimes you juggle taking care of a toddler and starting a business. It's just that you might not go on work on the same pace with someone who is not taking care of toddlers and who is yet to compete or compare with anybody. You're just living your dreams. You make sure become a better woman every day. You get better at what you do on daily basis. You are not on a race with anybody. So your life mustn't be so ordered all the time. I need that to sink in very well because that is the major problem challenge that we are having. There is no rule that says you must finish homemaking. If it's ever finished, homemaking doesn't finish. It gets a time where it gets easier, but it doesn't finish. Before you can live your dreams, you must not finish homemaking before you can live your dreams. Both of them can work concurrently. They can work hand in hand. Thankfully to God, He made it so we can do both at the same time. You just have to be very intentional, and you can underline the word very intentional in your head in pursuing your dreams while you work at home. You have to be planned. That's why I talk about scheduling, planning, scheduling. This is a very important skill every homemaker must have. And I'm thinking that by next weekend, we'll get someone, a guest here, to talk to us on scheduling. Look forward to that. Let this serve as an advert. Tell people, tell your friends. I will be sharing the link, or you can ask me for the link for the Telegram channel so we can all be live with the guests to share, to discuss planning and scheduling for homemakers. When you're good at planning and scheduling, the heaven will be your limit at that point, honestly. You will achieve as in you'll be, how do I put it? You'll be making things happen until you get to heaven, and people will be wondering how you're doing it. You have a well-deserved home made for the king, and at the same time, you will have a skill. All right. Please, if you're hearing any noise, I'm at home. I'm working from home. This is part of what we get when we work from home. That's why I'm saying everything must not be orderly, honestly. Remove the perfectionist from your head. I live in a home and I live with children. So that makes me a homemaker. You should be hearing noises. All right. So you have to make the life that you want while you make your home. You have to make the life, as in underline the word make. Make there means that you make it happen. It has to be done by you. It has to be something that you do by yourself. It's not something that is automated. You are born and your dreams are working. No, you have to intentionally do it. That's why we need that class on planning and scheduling. So be an active participant in making you. You must be an active participant. This is not what somebody will do for you. No. No matter the amounts you are willing to pay, you're willing to offer, nobody could make your life what you're dreaming of. Man, dream is personal. It is your dream, you know. It's not my dream. I'm not a participant in the dream. You were just there alone when God gave you the dream, and you have to make it happen. Though you might need help of one or two people, that's where you have coaches. You might need help of a coach. For example, you don't understand this homemaking thing. You don't know how you could juggle homemaking and your business. You don't know how you could juggle homemaking and your career. We are the Eden consultants. We are here to help you. The Eden Home Solutions, that's the solution we provide. So you can contact us. There might be other things you're doing that you need to contact somebody. There's something else I'm doing that I contacted a company that is helping me, teaching me how to fix it. That is even why we started a bit late, because I was in a Zoom meeting with them so that they could help me fix it. So that is what the Eden Home Solutions are here for. We are here to help you fix whatever that is. It to reinvent yourself. You need to become a new you. You don't know how to go about it. You contact us to do that. So let us go on. Living your dreams is not all about the big stuff and making headlines. This is very important. You need to know this. If you must live your dream life as a homemaker, it's not about making headlines. Forget about the headlines. It's about making a step at a time. Like I said earlier, we are not in a competition. You're not competing with anybody. You're not on a race with anybody. You're on your own journey, and you have to own your journey. You have to own your journey to living your dream life and being a good and beautiful homemaker. So forget the logic in your head. If I must do it, I must do it well. No. Forget the logic that how can I keep my home and do it like Sandra? How can I keep my home and live my dreams like the other person? Forget the other person. In this conversation, the other person is not important. The only important person in this conversation is you. Yes, you and your home. So if you are not comfortable or your home is not comfortable, it is not happening. You need to come to a point where you are comfortable and also your home is comfortable. So forget the logic in your head and begin to live your dreams. If you can throw away this logic about making headlines, doing it well, climbing up there overnight, sister, please forget it. It's not going to take us anywhere. So that brings me to how we can do this. Because after all this talk is the how that we are looking at. And the how is I won't go deep into the how, because that's what the Eden Home Solutions offer. That's the solution they offer. They will hold you by the hand and show you the how, step by step how on how to go about this. But let me drop some gems here. You see the word called discouragement. You see that thing called discouragement is very dangerous. Don't catch yourself being discouraged about pursuing your dream as a homemaker. Don't let discouragement get at you. Discouragement is like a snake. It's creepy. It hides in the shadows. It can hide in the shadow of I can't do it. It can hide in the shadow of do I have the energy? It can also hide in the shadow of I still have toddlers. I'm raising toddlers, 3 of them, and it's discouragement. Discouragement can also come in form of comparison. You're comparing somebody you're seeing online with your current situation, and you're like, I can't do it like this person. Don't let discouragement come in, please. Don't let weariness distract your dreams. Don't let it distract your dreams. Don't let anything distract your dreams. Discouragement is, if you're discouraged right now, don't feel bad, don't feel condemned, don't feel judged. After all, Sarah, you know Sarah in the Bible. If you're a Christian, you know Sarah, our mother in the faith, our father in the faith's wife, Abraham. Yes, Sarah was discouraged. Yes, that's a woman that some of us homemakers look up to. In fact, she's the first example of the woman they said we should be like. The Bible said we should be like Sarah, that she calls her husband Lord. She has so much reverence and respect and she submits to her husband. So she's a good example of a Christian homemaker. At a point in her life, she was discouraged. If you read the book of Genesis 18, and I think at this point we need to look at this because we are not hurrying to anywhere. Please, homemakers, if you want to speak, please raise up your hand so that you can speak to us. We are having a conversation. Then if you're watching this video and you have something to say, please use the comment section. It's free. Use the comment section, ask any question, make your contributions, and someone will attend to you under 24 hours that will get your contribution. So I was talking about Genesis 18, verse 9 to 15. Let us read it so that we could see discouragement play out in the life of our dear mother, Sarah. Genesis 18, verse 9. Okay, I'm reading from the New International Version. It says, "Where is your wife, Sarah?" That is, people came to visit Abraham. He has visitors, he had guests. So I don't want it to be a long read. I know you must have read the story before or heard the story. First man, he said, "Where is your wife, Sarah?" They asked him. "There in the tent," he said. You notice the wife, everybody knows that Sarah is Abraham's wife, but at this point, what's her name? Hagar has come into the picture, the mother of Ishmael. And she was Sarah's suggestion. She was Sarah's idea. She has come into the picture. And those men was like, "Where is your wife?" Because they don't want to say, "Where is your wife?" They said, "Where is your wife, Sarah?" So that Abraham will not mistake Sarah for Hagar. So he said, "She's in the tent." And then one of them said, "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, will have a son." Now, Sarah was listening at the entrance to the tent, which was behind him. Abraham and Sarah were already very old. Remember, they were very old already, as in something that could have discouraged them should be their age. And they were past the age of childbearing. So Sarah laughed to herself as she thought, after I'm worn out and my Lord is old, will I now have this pleasure? This is discouragement, pure discouragement. She laughed. I'm sure that some of us, if I tell you now that, what will I say, you're going to be this or that, you're going to be on the global stage in a few years' time, you must laugh at me. You would have, look at this one. Me, common housewife. Yes, that's what they call us, common housewife. You'd be like, common housewife like me, who give monkey, who dash monkey banana, that kind of thing. But that is the situation of Sarah. But I want us to go to the same Genesis in chapter 21. In that same Genesis chapter 21, let's go to Genesis chapter 21, verse 1 to 2. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah, as he has said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God has promised her. So Sarah later became pregnant. But if you look at the journey, it started in verse 19. So between verse 19 and 21, something was happening. A little step had been taken, step by step, little by little, until chapter 21, when she became pregnant. The Lord visited her and she became pregnant. So what is that dream that you have laughed at? What is that dream that you have been discouraged in? The Lord can still visit you in no distant time. But when he visits, will he find you doing something about it? Sister, you need to sit up. Dear homemaker, you need to sit up and start doing something about the dream. Forget about the time it is taking. Yes, we are not in a hurry. Yeah, because we are doing two important things at the same time. We are making a home fit for the king, and at the same time, we are trying to rise to our full potentials. As for rising, we will definitely rise, but we are not in a hurry to rise, so that one will not suffer, so that the home especially will not suffer. We are actually the kingdom homemakers. We are making homes fit for the king and for the kingdom. We are raising children who are going to make positive impact in this generation. It's already an important job. So don't be in a hurry to do another important job, which is that your dream, that your vision. We can still do it step by step, but we don't just go and lie down and let it go. No. If you can give it at least 1 hour of your time every day, 1 hour of your time in 365 days, that is in 1 year, you have given 365 hours of your time to that vision, and it must come to pass. It must yield something. It must yield. The scripture said, except a corn of wheat dies, falls to the ground and die, it's not going to germinate, it's not going to yield any increase. So you have to die with that vision, honestly. You don't have to abandon it or be discouraged. All right. The second thing I want to say to us while we are striving to live our dreams as homemakers is that you should run in your own lane. I think I've said this somehow before. I've said it in another way, that you're not competing with anybody. So you have to run in your own lane. Day your day. That is how to say it in broken English, in pidgin English. Day your day, run in your own lane. You are not in any competition with any human being on this planet Earth. You are striving to be a better you every day, every season. Any season you find yourself, be the best of you in that season. In this season of homemaking, that's the season we are in. Though homemaking never ceases, but this is the peak for us young moms. This season of homemaking, do more of homemaking, but don't do only homemaking. I don't know if we are getting it. I'm sure you have an Android phone. That's how that's how you're able to watch me. It means you can go online, Google things, get a notebook for that area you want to go into, that dream, that area that thing that keeps you awake at night. And there is a quote, a very beautiful quote I'll never forget. It says, dreams are not what we do while we sleep. It's what keeps you awake. My dream takes away sleep from my eyes. As I'm speaking to you now in the afternoon of this Wednesday, by 2 a.m. I've been awake till now, and it's not doing me anything. It's not even doing me like going to sleep, because my dream kept me awake. It's not what you do while you sleep, it's what keeps you awake. So in that dream, do it as a homemaker, do it one day at a time. Don't run in another person's lane, honestly. Run in your lane. Focus on what you're called to do and do it slowly. Do it one day at a time, as your strength is able to carry you. So when God places a dream in your heart, trust him that he is in the process. Yes, that's what makes us different from other homemakers. We are the kingdom homemakers. We are making home fit for the king. Our King Jesus, our God, the personal Lord of our lives, and also our husbands. We're making homes that are fit for them to dwell in. So he is also in your dream. He is with you. So he is in the process. No matter what has gone wrong, the mistake you have made, God is in the process. Are you making, I know someone who makes fruit juice, fresh fruit juice, and when she started newly, some were getting spoiled as if she didn't know how to preserve. She would call me and lament how she's losing money. But the truth is, God is in the process with her. He's actually teaching her with her mistakes how not to do it next time. And now she has become expert. She already knows what will go wrong and how it will go wrong, and she tries to avoid it. So in the process, don't get discouraged easily. Don't let anything discourage you in the process of doing that. All right. Your duty simply is to show up. That's another point I need you to take. Your duty is to stay in your lane and always show up in your lane. Where you'll be having problem is when you don't show up. What do I mean by showing up? It's not just about dressing up and coming out and no. It's not all about coming online and showing up like I'm showing up now. No, before I started this showing up, there is a backyard show up that I did. The time I was awake all night, trying to pick things, trying to learn, trying to educate myself more on this. The truth is, when the Lord started speaking to me on this homemaking ministry, I used to call myself a homemaker, but I wasn't. That is just the truth. I was more of a career woman than a homemaker. But when the Lord started speaking to me about going back home, going back to homemaking, I had to study it to know what I'm going back to. Yes, that is showing up. That is when my showing up started. It's at the back screen or backstage. Nobody's seen me doing that. Like you're seeing me now talking about it. Then you were not seeing me doing that, but I was showing up. So your own show up now might be when you create your niche, when you pick a niche and you study it, you start having studies on it. You start googling, you start reading, you go to bookshop, buy books, you start attending conferences, you start buying courses on it, like the Eden Homemaking Queens. They have courses, no, the Eden Home Solutions. We have courses for homemakers. You start doing that, you start learning. It mustn't even be about home. When your dream is something else, you start showing up by starting to learn, making research on that. I hope I'm well understood. I'm trying my best to break this topic down so that we will all understand what we are talking about. So I said your duty is just to show up and let God do the rest. Once God sees that you're ready to work on this particular matter, he's going to be in the process. You will even know that God is in the process. Even when things are going wrong, God is also in the process. So the last but not the least of what I'm going to suggest to you today, now this conversation, is believe big, begin small. This is also in line with what I said earlier about forget about the billboards, forget about the big picture. Believe big. Yes, it's good to believe big. It's good to believe the big vision, because I'm sure the dream God gave you, why you're getting discouraged, is that it is intimidating. If I show you my dream book, it is very, you look at me like this and look at what I read, and you be like, what is this? Is she estimating herself or what? But that is God. When it's not big, it is not God, because we don't serve a small God now. When it is big, it is God. So when you're dreaming, when you're dreaming big, don't be discouraged, don't be afraid. Don't jump out of your skin. Wow, it's not me, I cannot do it, I'm just a housewife. That is what the society calls you. But that is not who you are. My sister, this is not who you are. You're not just a housewife. You're a kingdom homemaker who has dreams, who has potentials, and you're on your way to rising to your full potentials. So you can dream big, but begin small. Believe big, not just about dreaming. As kingdom women, you believe. You believe what you have dreamt. Believe big and begin small. Your small acts of obedience is very important. What are the small steps you need to take, the actionable steps? If you were with us during our retreats in January, we had our retreats. If you are new here, we had our retreat in January. We'll have another one in June. We call that one our research retreat. I hope you're getting ready. It's in a few months' time. We are now in the second quarter. We had our retreat and we drew our goals for the year. Big goals, not just for the year. The goals I set was for 10 years. But we drew up strategies. We had a strategy session. We drew up small steps, small ladder that we need to climb to get to that dream in next 10 years or even less than 10 years. Because I'm even seeing some of my dreams coming to pass this year. So my thoughts that in the next year or next 10 years already coming to pass by small acts of obedience. Just small, those little things that you know that you are supposed to do to get to that point, start doing them. Like I said, give 1 hour of your time. You have 24 hours as a homemaker, and you have at least 7 hours to sleep. I don't joke with my sleep. Those 7 hours or 8 hours that you need to sleep, do it, give it to yourself. 24 minus 7 should be like 17 or 16 or thereabouts. Then give your homemaking its own time, and then give your dream its own time. If you start by giving your dream 1 hour daily, you're going, it's that small acts of obedience. You're going to go a long way. It's very, very important. Do the next right thing. Yes. Do the next right thing. That's what it is about following your dream. There is a next right thing to do about your dreams. Don't let discouragement catch up with you. In fact, if you have not learned anything in this video, I want you to go home with that you shouldn't be discouraged, no matter how big your dream is, no matter how impossible it seems. Take small steps and get to your dream. Believe big, believe God for that big picture, and start small. So I'm going to end with this. Be brave enough to begin. You can still be a homemaker and rise to your full potentials. Just be brave enough to start. Be brave enough to call my number and book an appointment with me. Let us talk about this. We can have it online, offline. I'm not assuring you of physical meeting. I'm not promising you of any physical meeting, but I'm promising you of online meeting. Let us talk about how to start this. You can live your dream even as a homemaker. Be brave enough to start. Start today. Yes, I am speaking to you. Start today. So, on this note, I want to sign out from this meeting. I want to say thank you for coming online, for listening. Let the conversation begin. Let us start our conversation on the comment section. I want us to start talking on the comment section. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment, like this video so that we can go viral. And most importantly, subscribe. Please subscribe. Send to your friends and specifically request from them to subscribe. That is the only way you can be seeing our videos. After subscribing, press the other button, the black button, the bell button there, so that whenever we drop our video, you will get to know. So, my dear homemakers, D'Eden homemakers, thank you very much. I want to hear from you. Yes, I want to hear us talk about this. Let us discuss this. And on this note, I'm saying bye. Love you. See you tonight. Remember, we are meeting tonight in our Telegram group where we are praying for our husbands the whole of the month of April. So I hope to see you there 9 p.m. tonight. Thank you so much. I love you. See you next week. Now, Mom Cafe. Have a blessed day. Bye.